Hello, Robin. Everyone loves the Drake podcast fans here. On a previous episode, we talked about how Tim Drake is coming to the TV show Titans, and we talked about the actor who will be playing him, who I don't really know, but I'm kind of excited to see what they do with the character, see his performance. Um, and we also talked about some books of Tim Drake's first appearances that were kind of spiking and wondering if they'll appear. They wonder if they'll appear in the Comic Tom 101 comic hunter kind of hot books of the week. And so we'll have to kind of look for that. And so what I thought I'd do in this video is talk about a couple of books that you might want to be on the lookout for in relation to that Titan show, see if it's spiking. Before we do that, I just wanted to remind everybody that we do have some t-shirts on TeePublic, and it has our famous quote about fluidity right here. And I just uploaded just today on January 31st, 2021. So if you can get this in the next couple hours from there, it's on sale for $13. But this is our latest shirt right there. It's all about fluidity. And we haven't sold any of them yet. But we sold three of these, and I think two of them were to Rob. So one of you out there bought one. So thank you guys so much. But anyway, what books to spec on? So what I'm looking for in a book to spec on, I don't do this a lot. Actually, I hardly do it at all, but it's kind of fun if you can. If you're out and about, you're at comic book stores and you see this. I'm thinking that if our boy Tim Drake is going to be in um, Titans, they who knows what they're going to do with the character. I have no clue, no idea, but they may bring in some of Tim's supporting cast, some people who are part of sort of Tim's story, and then maybe those characters in those books might spike and might go up. And what I look for is a book that's not too expensive, so it's not going to break the budget. I'm not risking a lot of money buying this book. A book that is probably out there in a lot of stores, so it's not a book that's from, some obscure book from the 1950s that you're never going to find out there. And a book that's just a good quality book. So if it doesn't go up in price and it doesn't shoot up and this character never appears in Titans, you still got a good quality book with a good story, good art. You'll enjoy reading it. You'll enjoy having it. You can put it on your wall or something, or just pull it out every now and again and read it. Um, so the first character I would think of that they might bring in here is Stephanie Brown. Stephanie Brown, aka the Spoiler, aka Batgirl, aka Robin, was on again, off again, the love interest of Tim Drake. So if you wanted to spec on some Stephanie Brown books, her, where is she here? I thought I had this here. There we go. Her first appearance are in three books that were story that appeared in Detective Comics in July, starting in July of '92. And these are great books, not just because first Stephanie Brown, but they have amazing, amazing Matt Wagner covers that are just gorgeous. I mean, these books are they're just worth getting just for the covers alone, let alone thinking that it might go up in price with Stephanie Brown's first appearance. So there's Detective 647. Here's Detective 648 right there. Look at that cover. How awesome is that cover right there? Um, you can see right here, whereas cover artist Matt Wagner, and I feel like his signature changed. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but I feel like Matt Wagner's signature's um, different. I felt like it was like a diamond pattern, but I don't know if I'm thinking of someone else or he changed it. But that, oh man, that cover is just amazing. And then 649 right there, another just awesome Matt Wagner cover. I mean, you could just feel the wind that's blowing their capes, and that Detective Comics logo is so cool. And that little Batman up there just reminds me so much of the 90s. This is September 1992. The Michael Keaton movie was probably still in some theaters. It had been the summer of Batman. People were getting the bat symbol shaved into their head. It's hard to believe that that's where Stephanie Brown comes from. I think of her, you know, not from that exact time period, but that was the birth of Stephanie Brown. Tim Drake was Robin. He was the coolest guy out there. Batman was about to appear on home video VHS, and it was at an affordable price. Some movies were just ridiculously priced, and I think Batman came out, it was like 24.99, and you could get it in some sales for 19.99. And it was like, oh my gosh, I can actually own the Batman. And I just wore that thing out. I would watch the commercials that were started on it. I just watch it from end to end. So if you're out and about and you see these books, I'm going to go on eBay at the end of this and check and see what they're going for. I'm not really even sure what they're going for, but if you're specking, maybe Stephanie Brown will be in the show. Maybe people don't really know Stephanie Brown. And the show will spark interest in her, and people want to own her first appearance. And when they see how cool the cover is, if you own a first appearance of a character and it's got a really cool cover, I think that just makes it even more desirable, especially if you're going to get it in like a CGC, one of those cases where you can never look at the pages ever again. Having that cool cover is pretty awesome. Now Stephanie Brown did become Robin, so right here. So if you wanted to spec on Stephanie Brown becoming Robin at some point, Robin 126, the Girl Wonder, is her first appearance as the female Robin, as Stephanie Brown Robin, and that cover, I absolutely love that cover. That cover is just so cool. I just love the way it all works. I loved the look of Stephanie Brown as Robin. I never really liked the whole storyline. I'd always just felt like Batman was a jerk at this time, and he was just being a jerk, and he was just doing it as a way to get at Tim Drake. And it felt like they were shorting Stephanie. It felt like they were just doing the whole Tim and Bruce um, relationship just wrong, and so I wasn't too crazy about that. But the look of it, the artwork, amazing, and I loved how they kept the same logo the whole time. So maybe in Titans we may see Stephanie Brown take up the mantle of Robin, and if you want to spec on her taking the reigns as Batgirl, then you could get Batgirl #1 from 2009. Now this was a great series. I love this series. Brian Q. Miller just this was a home run, and this was going on at the same time at the Batman Reborn. So this was going on at this. This is what got me back into comics. It's going on at the same time as the Tim Drake Red Robin series. Streets of Gotham, I think, was coming out there with written by Paul Dini. You had the maybe it wasn't Streets of Gotham, I can't remember, but I think Dustin Nguyen was doing the art on that. You had Gotham City Sirens, which was pretty awesome, with Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman kind of taking the lead without Batman. And you had the Batman and Robin series by Grant Morrison, and it was just awesome. It was just really really great writing, and Stephanie was interacting with Damian Wayne in this series. I believe there's a uh, the Robin Everyone Loves the Drake podcast where he interviewed Stella. They talked about some of the issues from this run. There is a couple of issues that I think are. Oops, sorry, got to click that to get the BAT from my Brave browser. Sorry. I think there are a couple of issues. Sorry, and I don't edit these because if I edit them, then I would just never have time to upload them. So you get a little bit of those things when the ads come up and stuff like that. I gotta click it. There are a couple of these issues that are a bit pricey because the covers were done by an artist whose name I'm blanking, and everyone's kind of yelling at me right now. You should know that artist. I think it was Art Gem. I'm 99% sure it's Art Gem, but I'm not 100% sure. And those covers are a bit expensive. But if you think we're going to see Stephanie Brown, Batgirl at some point, maybe it might not be in Titans, but maybe somewhere. Now, this series was kind of cool because Stephanie Brown had died. She was dead. And they brought her back, and they brought her back in a really lame way. They were just like, oh, yeah, Leslie knew she was dead, but she was really alive, and we just were trying to hide her and save her from this vigilante life. But yeah, now she can be a vigilante again. Like, it was just so like, and Batman's like, yep, I knew she was alive. That's why I never put a display case for her in the cave. Yeah, it was like, what? No, okay, but we were so happy to get Stephanie Brown back that we were like, who cares? This is awesome. We love it. All right. So the advertising for this was like, who's the new Batgirl? Who will be Batgirl? Will it be Barbara Gordon? Will it be Cassandra Cain? Will it be someone else? And so then all of a sudden it was like Stephanie Brown. I thought she was dead, but this turned out to just be such a well written series. Brian Q. Miller was amazing on it, and so that could be a good book to spec on. Now let's see the other books I was thinking about possibly maybe doing some speculation on is a character named Anarchy. If you're familiar with Tim Drake, the character of Anarchy came out right around the same time that Tim Drake was sort of coming out. Right around that time, it was in Detective Comics, written by Alan Grant with art by Norm Brayfogle, and they kind of used Anarchy, since Anarchy, when he was first introduced, he was a 12-year-old boy. Um, and so because of that, he kind of seemed like he would be a good foil for Robin. So occasionally he was used in Robin. He was used in one of the annuals again with Robin. I think it was annual number two. I should have looked that up. Um, and so possibly, just possibly, maybe Anarchy might appear in Titans. Now, Anarchy has appeared in Arrow, in the Arrowverse, but it was a much, much different version. They changed him a lot from the comics. So if you want to spec and think that maybe Anarchy might be showing up in these books, the very first appearance of Anarchy was in Detective Comics 654. Right there, it has a really cool Sam Keith cover. Sam Keith went on to do the Max for Image. This was also coming out December 1992, right around that same time as Stephanie Brown. There, some people really like Sam Keith's art. I'm one of those people. There's just so much detail in it, and it's very unique. I loved the Max. They made it into an MTV show in the '90s. No idea what was going on. I watched it all the time, thinking I'm gonna know this next issue or the next episode. It'll all make sense. Didn't understand it. Bought the comic book. Still had no clue what went on. Still have no clue what went on. But in this, Ulysses Armstrong. Um, Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I am so sorry. This is not the first appearance of Anarchy. Let me go. What am I doing here? This is the first appearance of Anarchy. I am so sorry. This is Anarchy's first appearance. Um, in November 1989, Detective Comics, Grant Brayfogle and Mitchell, and this is a Brayfogle cover. Sorry, I am so sorry for that. I'll go back to that one in just a minute. I'll show you. This is Anarchy's first appearance, and in this, Anarchy is someone named Lonnie Machin, and he turns out to be 12 years old. Um, and so, if you think we're going to see Lonnie, this might be a good book to have. Plus, it's just an awesome. I love that logo, Detective Comics with the V as the bat wings and the Anarchy logo over the bat symbol. And this is a great story. It's a great read. I totally recommend it. In Robin 181. All right. So if you look here, it's one of the last issues here. I think 182. I think is that the last issue? Let me click on it real quick. There's Anarchy again. Yeah, 183 is the last issue, right? I keep going here. 183. Is this the last issue? Yeah, that's the last issue. Because right there, next issue, none. So it's one of the last issues. Was it the third to last issue here? There's Anarchy appears again in Robin 181. I think because he was an Alan Grant character, Chuck Dixon didn't really use him that much. But in this issue, you might want to spec on this book. Anarchy is not Lonnie. Lonnie will actually become paralyzed, and I think he's almost comatose or so. But he becomes another character, Money Spider. So maybe we'll see Money Spider in Titans. But in this one, Anarchy is someone else named Ulysses Armstrong. And Ulysses Armstrong's first appearance, there we go, back to where I was right here, in God of Battle, Detective Comics 654. Now, Ulysses Armstrong was known, there he is, he was a teenager, so good fit for Robin, a good villain for Robin, and he was known as the General. I wonder if it has his name in here, the general. And so then they pulled that character back of Ulysses Armstrong to use as the new Anarchy. So I don't think this book 181 is going for that much, but Ulysses Armstrong's first appearance as Anarchy, if he starts showing up in Titans as Anarchy, I always thought Anarchy would be a great villain in a reality based kind of real life kind of show here. And this is kind of a spec that goes into sort of the Green Lantern show that will be appearing on HBO Max. But in the new 52, they had an even newer Anarchy. And in Green Lantern Corps number 25, which was part of the 0 Year tie in that Snyder and Capullo were doing over in Batman, it's sort of a flashback story for John Stewart. And in this one, John Stewart is in Gotham on Anarchy, and he runs into Anarchy, and it's a different Anarchy. Anarchy in this one is African American. Um, there wasn't a lot of. I've never read this issue, and there wasn't a lot of detail on it. I couldn't even find his name for it. But if the Green Lantern Corps, they may be doing a lot of flashbacks in the show to like what the characters were like before they were Green Lantern. Maybe. Um, they might have Anarchy. Maybe they'll want to use an African American version of Anarchy to make it more inclusive and have more diversity in the cast. So this Green Lantern Corps 25 might be the book for that. So let's see what some of these books are going for here. So let's jump on over to eBay and let's see. So Detective Comics. Oh, where's my thing freezing up on me? Hold on here. So I have not looked to see what these are going for, and I purposely did it. I purposely wanted to wait for recording so you could get my natural reaction. So let's look at the first appearance of Stephanie Brown. Oops, we need a space there. 647. Let's see what that's recently gone for. That's sometimes if you do it, if you sort it by, I got it the okay, I've got it by uh, sorted by price for what's sold, and sometimes you get lots in there because they sell for a higher price. But here, I guess the highest selling one, a 9.8, went for $120. Only one bid, but yeah, it's kind of a lot higher than I thought. But gosh, that cover looks so good. It looks so, and that is a 9.8. Um, and that sold right before Christmas, December 23rd. I wonder if somebody bought themselves a Christmas present. There's a 9.4 that went for less than 60. A 9.0 that went for $44. That's kind of um, achievable. All right, here. Ooh, these are signed. Three books. You get the three-book set signed by Matt Wagner for $36. That's a pretty good. That is really good. That's $12 a book signed. That is pretty nice here. So let's see, three copies. Let's see, I'm looking for just one. A lot of people are selling these as a set. Oh, this one for $26, a 9.4. So that's pretty good. I mean, imagine if Stephanie Brown blew up and just was not literally, but popularity wise. Um, and you had a 9.4 and you only paid $26 for it, that would be pretty nice. Um, there's another one signed by Matt Wagner with a certificate, 24.99. So I think this is considered like the first appearance of Spoiler, and then I don't think you knew she was Stephanie Brown till the next issue. So let's see. So this first Spoiler. Let's see if 648 is going for $60, but it went for less than 9.6. Um, I wonder why that one came up. Um, yeah, not $30 for the two. I mean, these are definitely attainable. If this is the highest what it's going for on eBay, and I did it by highest. I bet you if I did it by lowest, we would probably see some other $1.25. You know, um, yeah, 99 cents. So I'm saying these are hiding out in dollar bins in places. So gotta. Gotta just look for it. All right. How about Robin 126? What do you think that's going for? All right, I got it sorted by lowest. Oh, Robin Yout. That's kind of funny. Oh, look at that. Two bids, $1.99. See, you can get these for a good price, or if you're looking for a Robin Yout card. This one went for $8.99. Here's a whole lot of books that went for $5. I don't see it in there, but wow, that's a lot of books for $5. Um, I don't know why Robin Yout. Oh, because it was card number 126. Robin Yout. Yeah. All right, but yeah, $5, $1.99, $6, 4.98, $11. Um, let's do it by highest. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, Robin. There we go. 9.8, 125, 99, free shipping. If she appears as Robin in the show, that's got some room to whoa, four book CGC lot um went for only $67 plus $15 shipping, and you get four graded books for that. That is what are the four graded books? I wanted to see this here. Uh Detective Comics 1027 and a 9.6. Ooh, that is a cool cover with spoiler right there. Joker Warzone. Robin the Girl Wonder at a 9.2, and Death Metal Legends. 9.8s, but those are some awesome covers. It's kind of a cool way to start, collecting. Only $67. Man, I'm sorry I missed that. All right, and let's see. What do you think? Batgirl number one is going for. Although Batgirl should probably there's probably a lot of Batgirl number ones. Probably should have put Stephanie Brown. So yeah, I'm getting like the Golden Age stuff. Oh, and Batgirl. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right. Gosh, I have one of these. Not It's not graded. Sitting in a long box with all. I had no idea it was worth anything, and because I always thought Poison Ivy's. I'm sorry. I always thought Harley Quinn's first appearance was in uh what you call it? Oh, I'm blanking on the name of that one. Um, but oh, it was her with the Joker and the origin story, and it was in the cartoon. I can't remember. And then I found out about this, and I'm afraid to look at it because I'm afraid to see like what kind of shape it's in. But I should get it CGC graded. So let's see, what year was that Batgirl number one? That was. Did I close the tab? I think it was 2000. Was it? I don't know. Let me see. Type in Stephanie Brown. See what comes up. Um, See, Art Gem. Did I say it was Art Gem? It was, yeah. Um, those covers drive the price up. It's probably one of the weird series where 1 through 24 full series. It's all those Art Gem books. But there were a lot of cool covers. See, Art Gem number 12, $75 just for that book. Went for a little bit less. All right, so here's a Batgirl number one, 9.8, went for $80. You know, that's if she starts appearing as Batgirl, might be worth a bit more. Um, let's see. I guess there aren't too many. There aren't too many out there. The newsstand variant went for $24.99. Huh. Looking for just how much so there you go, 18, 15. Oh, this is worth a lot more than I thought it was going to be. 9.99, 9.99. It's a bit more than $1 book. This one went for 4.99. Shipping was 6.75. Shipping was kind of expensive. Um, so I guess it's around a $10 book, but that could be worth a lot more. It's almost like her first appearance as Batgirl is worth more than her first appearance. Period. All right, I bet you the Anarchy stuff is just not that much. Let's see. All right, so his first appearance is in Detective Comics. Um, 608, which I had totally wrong before. 608. And $249.99 for a signed Norm Brayfogle copy. Um, I wonder why that detective comes up. I have that one too sitting in a long box somewhere. Oh, I'm afraid to look at it. 105, 103. So I guess 9.8s are going for about $100. Um, ooh, this one went for 60. Wow. This one went 9.6 went for 47.95. So yeah, you're not going to break the bank too bad if you want a here or there on the 40s, 41. See for like a floppy, it was like $26 out, in the raw. Um, it's 25 bucks. So yeah, this one's going for a bit more than I thought. Um, but you could still get like there it went for 850. I guess condition is everything. You might find those out there for a decent price if Anarchy appears. First character. This was pretty good. Both books because it's a two-part story for $7. This one only for 5. Um, so yeah, you might find that in a dollar bin somewhere. Oh, look at this one. It went for $1.17. And I think it was two of them maybe. So, conditions everything, but yeah, you might find that in a dollar bin. If you find a good one in the dollar bin and uh get it graded and it might be worth $100 and then he shows up in the show and it's worth a little bit more. Um let's see. How about the first appearance of Ulysses, which was 654. And I bet you this is a harder spec because the chances of him being in it, 15 bucks. This is for a couple of issues. Um, yeah, I think this is still like a 9.99. Let's see a bunch of issues in that lot. Yeah, 3.99. Yeah, this is definitely you can definitely find this book out there, $1.57. You can definitely find this book out there in some dollar bins or in 79-cent bins right there. So, I don't know if Ulysses will ever like I don't know if he's going to set the world on fire, and even if he is in the show, are people really going to want his first appearance? I don't know, but for $1, if you see that out there, grab it. I think it'd be at least a good. It's a good read. It's an awesome cover, and hey, you never know. Let's see that Green Lantern Corps 25. Although there's been a bunch of Green Lantern Corps, so and can I just say that it bugs the heck out of me when people call it Green Lantern Corpse or Corps or something. It's just Green Lantern Corps, like the Marine Corps. But yeah, this is gonna be hard because there's just so many. This is Green Lantern 25. They might not even be. Let me see if I type in New 52, see what pops up. Um, Green Lantern 31. There it is, 99 cents. See, dollar bin book right there. Um, there's not too many sales, but again, this is a much I don't want to say risky because it's only 99 cents, but it's a much less likely book to spec on or to go up because the chances of Anarchy appearing in the show, gaining popularity, being the Anarchy from this particular book, um, is highly unlikely. But if you want to do it, do it. And I think that's kind of it. I think that's kind of the ones we kind of all looked at and saw. So hopefully this will help you if you're out there hunting for books. And I will see everybody next time on Robin. Everyone loves the Drake.